My father clinked his beer against the chandelier light, smirking at a punchline I'd never hear. Your cousin turned water into gold, he crowed. Pure grit, no safety net. The kitchen went arctic. My aunt's serving fork froze mid-scoop. I slid my plate away, venom pooling under my tongue, and whispered, then my checks stop tonight. Dad's face folded like cheap origami. Checks? That single word cracked the plaster. The house had been lying since I was 12. I'm Mara Quinn, 31, the spare niece who learned that glue is invisible until it fails. My cousin Jude, older by 18 months, was the comet, scouts saluted him, landlords forgave rent, our clan tattooed his name on every future plan. Uncle Ray ruled the table like he once ruled the dockyard, loud, final, unpaid. Aunt Lena, soft-spoken and bone-tired, spent decades sanding his edges into apologies no one ordered. When the freight company folded, their condo fees lapsed. I'd just started sketching wind turbines for a renewable startup, still eating ramen, but I swore to Aunt Lena I'd float them. $3,000 a month. No banners. Uncle Ray distrusted anything with a screen, he said the cloud was a pickpocket. So I funneled every payment to Jude's mobile wallet. He vowed to courier cash. I believed him because disbelief would have cost more than money. The deposits became ghosts. Jude's texts, deposited. Uncle Ray bragged the bank had restructured, I felt useful. Yet the condo's lobby smelled of mildew, the elevator groaned. Aunt Lena murmured, Jude's juggling the numbers. I swallowed the doubt like bad coffee. That Saturday, the good silver gleamed under skylight. Braised short ribs steamed, same scent that once meant Sunday sanctuary. Uncle Ray lifted his bottle toward Jude. Kid's a wizard. Zero crutches. His eyes grazed me, message delivered. The insult lodged like a fishbone. I could have choked it down, same routine. Instead I said, then tomorrow the faucet's off. Cutlery halted. Aunt Lena's ladle clanged. Jude's jaw unhinged. Uncle Ray blinked. Faucet? $3,000, the third of every month, to Jude since February last year. Aunt Lena spun toward him, color draining. Jude's voice cracked. She's rounding up. Some transfers bounced. Every third, I said. Screenshots in my cloud. Uncle Ray faced Jude. We never saw a dime. Jude's hands fluttered. Bridge loans. Crypto node. Node that eats condo dues? I asked. 54,000 gone, foreclosure notice taped to your door. Aunt Lena whimpered, Jude? He stared at the floor. It's layered. I stood. Layer it without me. The condo refused sleep. I lay under paper lanterns I'd hung at 14, listening to Aunt Lena's muffled sobs, Uncle Ray's boots pacing the hallway, Jude's door barricaded. Phone open, I traced every Venmo, digital footprints marching to my cousin. Morning found Uncle Ray hunched over cold tea, knuckles white. He says it's staked in a mining rig, Aunt Lena whispered. Mining doesn't swallow escrow, I said. Uncle Ray rubbed his temples. We'll drag him in. But Jude had evaporated, motorcycle missing, duffel gone, a whiteboard marker scrawl on the fridge, relax. ROI incoming. I built the case like a truss. Transaction hashes, metadata, burner chats. My teammate Sol leaned over my shoulder at the breakfast bar. You're stress testing blood, he said. Blood failed the load, I replied. The credit union teller winced at the trail. Funds ping-pong same hour. Final hop, Knox Ryder. A name, a vector, a hunt. 4 dawns later, the intercom buzzed at 5:40. A man in scuffed leather and rehearsed swagger filled the peephole. Mara? Knox? Jude asked me to square the ledger. Behind me, Uncle Ray's shadow loomed. Knox waved a USB drive. Decentralized freight ledger. Blockchain for longshoremen. Moonshot. PDFs of wireframes, pie charts that mocked physics. Uncle Ray growled, this is coloring book finance. Knox's grin twitched. Tires screeched outside Jude's bike. He stormed in, helmet dangling, jacket too new for our hallway. Seeing Knox, his facade shattered. You jumped the timeline. Uncle Ray's voice was dockyard thunder. You pickpocket your cousin. Jude lifted his chin. Equity, not theft. Aunt Lena swayed. We skipped fees because you swore. I stepped between Knox and Jude as Knox reached. Hands stay visible. Sirens dopplered closer. Knox lunged, deputies tackled him on the welcome mat. Jude folded onto the ottoman, shaking. 10 days later, fraud unit unearthed 6 marks, identical playbook. Knox took a deal. The prosecutor needed Jude's testimony. He stalled until I said, "You already walked through fire. Don't stop halfway." In the courthouse, Jude's voice was quiet rebar, how Knox spun futures, harvested my deposits. Sentence, 28 months, day for day. Uncle Ray's grip found my wrist under the bench Summer tiptoed in. Jude took night shifts unloading pallets, came home smelling of diesel and cardboard. Aunt Lena coaxed Basil on the balcony. Uncle Ray rebuilt the mailbox he'd let rust. One dusk he told me, we kept calling him chosen until he believed falling was impossible. I answered, gravity teaches everyone. Jude handed slipped a flash drive into my palm the morning I left for Denver, new turbines, new altitude. Inside, a grainy video of us at 9 and 11, racing go-karts, helmets too big, laughter louder than engines. Caption burned in, thanks for the pit stop when I spun out. I checked the mirror once. The condo looked smaller, windows catching honest sun. Some lineages try to anchor you in quicksand, you just keep walking until the ground remembers your weight.